Great day, beautiful people. I hope that your Monday morning is starting off tremendously well. I wanted to just come quickly and do a quick energy read before I got my day completely started. This is my first time doing this just for people, in front of people. I usually don't share all my intimate gifts with everybody so readily, but this is the time of being able to be vulnerable and expose ourselves to our true authentic selves. And I am in a place in my life where my spiritual gifts are being exposed to myself. So it's only my part, doing my part is sharing emotions with each other. And one thing I've learned a lot through numerology and tarot and spirituality, and also keeping my roots and grounded through my Bible and still staying attuned to that, and just learning different things about myself and just wanting to get a clear picture and understanding of the world around me. So I'm a genuine natural empath, very emotional when it comes to certain things, so I feel a lot of energy. And what I wanted to do was start exposing different content that I felt was not necessarily only for myself, but necessary for us to just start having dialogue about. And one of the things is doing a talk about words and understanding the meaning and the essence of words and how we use them. So how I'm going to do it today, instead of being so planned out and thinking the process through, I'm going to do a live energetic reading, and from this reading, I'm going to pull out a word that is going to be for another talk later, So based off of today's energy, I want to meditate on the word that I need to receive, and we come back and just dialogue on that word and how that word impacts ourselves and how it impacts our lives. So I already shuffled quite a bit. I feel confident and comfortable with what I shuffled. I did my prayer, my meditation this morning as well, leading into this conversation or into this read. So we're going to just jump into it. I'm going to do masculine, feminine energy, and just a divine, universal energy, the energy that Spirit is calling us to do. And then find some words that we can start discussing and really starting to put more thought into how we language, and how we speak to each other, and how we speak to ourselves, most importantly. So I got a lot of work to do today, but I wanted to take some time to do this because my spirit is calling me to do so. So I'm going to shuffle these cards, and just FYI, I do not do personal readings. This is not for personal intent. This is for the collective at all times. So if you want to learn more about tarot, there's some amazing practitioners in that field who you can Google and research. I definitely will put some who I've followed over time to get you more guidance on if you want to look into it more specifically. But here we go. Let's do this, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to do as above, so below. So on the masculine and feminine side. I'm not taking these, we'll see. Take a spot here. Action. And that's on the right side, my right, so that's the masculine. Moon. Got the moon card. That's the feminine side. That's above. So we're going to do, two just came out. Alright, and we're going to do one more. So I'm doing a total of 5. 5 is the number of change. So my I'll do one more. And this is for divine spirit. It's asking us, and then the underlying message. All right. So we have 5 cards out here. All right. Like I said, this is going to represent the masculine side, the feminine side, and this is what spirit is asking us to do in the center. And the underlying message is balance. And it's so funny because this is what my life is consists of right now, is understanding the essence of balance and what does it mean to give and take, to receive, and to be in a receptive flow of receiving and giving, because there are 2 counterparts that go along with each other, but you can't have one without the other. Just like masculine, feminine energy, not male and female, because just like in tarot and generic, just real talk, there's no gender involved, so it's just the energies, you know, and there's no energy that you can have without its duality or out its opposite. So we have on the masculine side action, and we have also angel of strength. And what my spirit is calling me to say and to talk about at this specific point in time is that there's a lot of action being taken within ourselves if we choose to allow that action to be taken. We've come into a time that we have stepped past the limitations of not acknowledging truth. Now, we can be able to say a few things like, we might want to ignore it. We might want to be ignorant to it or choose to be ignorant, because there's a saying that ignorance is bliss. And bliss is a state of mind that is peace and that's joy. So it's saying that you be more happy being in the state of not knowing. But what I've come to understand is that having awareness of yourself is how you take action to the next step that you need to see yourself progressively move forward in. So you can't take action if you don't know what to take action on. And the first step to take action on is to take action within yourself. And I think this is what this time has allowed us to do, is to go within ourselves to start to understand how to take action. And if you actually look at this card right here, this action card is 2 horses. 17 in traditional tarot represents the star card. 17 is the number of the star when you boil down. 1 plus 7 is 8 from numerology. And 8 is a infinite number. It's a number of craftsmanship. It's a number of being able to walk away from certain things and releasing. That's just, you know, it's the same duality. You gotta be able to hold your vision and also understand when to release it. Knowing that balance, which is our overall message in this reading, is the angel of balance. And this is what the universe is asking us to do, is to find our inner balance, find our inner peace, find our justice within ourselves in order for us to truly appreciate what we have and what's in front of us in the now and in the present. So on the masculine side, is saying, you know, take action towards yourself, you know, follow your spirit, follow your guide. You know, it has actually in this picture a duality that's in front of it. You have the white horse and the black horse, or you have light and dark, however you want to see it, but it's still the same. They're still headed in the same direction, but they're 2 different horses. There's 2 different sides, just like it's in ourselves. We have our masculine and feminine energy. And right now we're taking the approach and moving into more of our feminine selves, understanding what it means to nurture ourselves, because we so often don't take that time to just be still and nurture what it is that we are and who it is we are. And that's very important. And right underneath is, again, strength. You know, the card of strength actually represents the card of Leo. And we just had a powerful Leo new moon. And our angels on our masculine side is have that strength. It's telling us, you know, we've always had to be so strong about everything that we do. You know, you got to hold a strong face even when you feel broken. And I don't feel that strength means that you have to put on a front or you have to put on a face. Strength is something when you fall because you're broken, you're able to get back up with a new attitude, with a new refined energy, and to acknowledge that we fall down and we get up. You know, when things are hurting, you got to take actions to do the things that is necessary to get back on track with yourself. And this is what this energy is saying. And as you see, like, there's a bird at the top, and you know, a bird sees high and looks low and is able to get predator from high. Like, they're looking high and like, oh, they can spy anything, you know. And it's like, that's what our spirit is doing, is seeking us out and asking us to take action within ourselves, to have the strength to do the work, to find our purpose, to come together, to be able to unite as one, because we're all headed in one direction. You know, we're all headed into a place of peace, where we want to find peace within ourselves, peace within our environment and our society. But that only takes place when you find peace within you. And it takes strength, you know, it takes a whole bunch of strength. And also strength when it comes to Leo. And it's funny because we also, in essence, in general tarot, you know, the sun represents Leo. The sun, you know, the sun is what gives us that light, that wake-up call, like, okay, you know, it's time to see clear. It's time to follow our inner light. You know, it's not saying that our dark sides aren't necessary, because they're part of who we are, but you have to go within those places and have the strength to look and face yourself, to understand your truth. And it's the sun. It's like, you see, it looks like the sun is peeking through. And that's how I feel like this morning is. It's like the sun is just shining on the day. And it's like, go in, have the courage, have the strength to love you. Over here on our left-hand side, we have the feminine energy. And this feminine energy is goddess of the moon. And it's funny that I was talking about this Leo new moon that has taken place last week. And we are afraid of our dark side. We are afraid of the night. And the moon is just another element of light that we have to see within ourselves. You know, she's standing there. This goddess of the moon has the water. And she is also palming it in her hand, taking a shot. And it's like, she looks like she's so confident, like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to ace it. I'm going to take charge. I'm going to take action. I'm going to take and have strength to do what it is that I need to do within myself in order to receive the things that I want in my life. And that's, you know, a happy life, a happy, blissful, joyous, loving, caring life with this rainbow. And the rainbow represents our chakra system. And I was talking earlier about the number 4, because this is also a universal 4 year. 2020, when you break it down in numerology, is 2 + 2, which also adds up to 4. And this is the rainbow bridge. This is people coming together, united, holding hands. We are family, you know. We're not family just by just saying that. Like, we are generally DNA ancestrally are connected as one. And that's what Spirit is wanting us to do, is become a universal family. But we can't do that until we have, number 1, appreciation. And this universal 4 year is allowing us to appreciate the things that is in front of us right now, in the moment and in the present. And that is family, and that is our loved ones, and that is ourselves, taking real, true account and loving who we are within ourselves, going the distance for ourselves so we can go the distance for each other, because I can't love you if I can't love myself. And sometimes that's the hardest truth to come to, is where are the places inside of ourselves that we need to understand and love more. Because right here, again, you got to go into your dark. You got to go into the other sector of your light, and, people look at it as things outside of what it is. Like, we are really governed by the moon. Like this crystal right here, I found in my backyard. I've been able to take time to just find so much abundance just in my home, just in the land around me, and I got the animals coming out as well. Those big old bees. But goddess of the moon is just like understanding that is our feminine energy that we need to nurture again. Even our masculine counterparts, it's like the feminine is helping pull in our divine nature, our divine mother is helping us pull in and go within ourselves to be able to nurture us, like to be in peace with ourselves. And if we can't be in with peace within ourselves, then what do we have? We don't have mind. We don't have peace of mind. So, 5 plus 2 adds up to 7, and that's completion. And that's really understanding like how we need to look at this year, even with all the energetic tension that's taking place, even with all the life being created and the life that's being lost in this moment. It's all part of what has to be cleansed within ourselves. And also 4 represents, because I'm looking at this rainbow, it represents the heart chakra, and the heart is actually green. And when you look at green, it represents so much. I like a lot of things green. I like nature green. I like my cannabis green. I like money green. I like it's starting to give me that feel of like fortune and luck and just blessing and nature and nurturing. And that's where our heart is. Our heart is in a place where it wants to be nurtured again. It wants to be whole and complete and full. But the only way to do that and to get to that heart center and to understand how to love and be in love is to go within yourself. And it's to go into those places where only you know your truth within it. And that is through appreciation. So we have our masculine side of taking action and understanding how to go through strength, and taking action in the light and in our dark that we even have right here. Because it's funny, we have like the star card represented, the sun represented, and the moon. And then we have the rainbow represented, all here, all right now. But the only way to do so is through appreciation. And one of my sayings is gratitude. And I think I'm going to use that as the word is, I'm grateful to be grateful. The gratitude that I have within myself is teaching me a lot about who I am and what's all the things that I needed to do from all the things that were hurting in myself and what I needed to face within that hurt in order to find my truth. Apologize if that slips. So appreciation, I'm reading from the actual Energy Oracle guidebook, and the title says Choosing Gratitude. And it says, this card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and the beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. She could be focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she is pausing to experience the blessing of the single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice, and the tiny buds waiting to open up. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for. And like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is much more to come that you can't yet see. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. Wait. Gratitude. Grateful to be grateful. Like, that is what Spirit has been asking me, and I feel like us as a collective, is to look at the moment in front of us, the present, the gift that is given right now. Because we can't yet see what's to come. And if we focus our attention and our center in balance ourselves out, you understand what true appreciation is, because you're not focusing on what's wrong. You can acknowledge those things and understand that those things are what's making up and building up the character within yourself. But to truly focus on the present moment and the gratitude and choosing gratitude is so much strength. It has so much action that has to take place within ourselves. In order for us to be able to take the action that's going to lead to the value, into the richness, into the paradise that we seek so hard for. You know, I feel like we all just want to be loved. And love is not a complicated language. But the only thing that we have to do in order to love is to understand how we love ourselves. Love is patient, love is kind. 1 Corinthians 13. You know, love is patient. And when you look at balance, and also it represents temperance. Temperance is the card of patience. You know, and when you know how to take action within yourself, you know how to balance that action that you have, because balance and strength go hand in hand. You have to have strength to have balance. You truly can go within and do the work that you truly know how to do, because you know who you are within yourself. And nobody can change that for you. Nobody can define that for you. This family is like walking like into paradise. Like, they're like, we're going to walk into this rainbow because the sun is glistening. We got the water, we got the elements, we got each other. We're holding on tight. We're focusing in on who it is that we love, and not fearing those moments of vulnerability anymore, of the worries and the doubts, even though at times they're going to take place, because those are the emotions that we need to give us the strength. It's the moments we need to be able to take action. If we didn't have those moments that kind of spook you, you don't know what to be appreciative of, you know? Like my family, my life, I've emoted so much this year, just in the essence of just being, like, and I'm just so grateful, like, to be grateful, it gives you peace, and understand how to be in that alignment, and to take that shot. You know, we just celebrated Kobe Bryant's birthday yesterday, rest in heaven, and he was about taking those shots. He was not afraid to take the risk and to take the shot. That's why he was MVP. He was MVP of his time. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a Lakers fan, but I appreciated his talent and his gift and what he offered of himself to us to be able to witness and see. And even though we might have moments in our lives that doesn't look beautiful, all these moments of our good, bad, different, and ugly, those bushes, those weeds, we have to find true appreciation. And it's funny because appreciation is also represented by the number 15, and in traditional tarot is represented by the card of the devil, the Capricorn card, but also represents 6, and 6 is the number of balance. 6 is also the number of love. When you look at it in tarot, the number of the tarot represents Gemini energy, And that's the twin. That's looking at yourself and seeing your reflection within you. So, to sum this up, the word is gratitude and appreciation. And how are we going to challenge ourselves to look at our blessings and be appreciative of the moments when we get to wake up and take action again in a new day? And to go within ourselves, to rest, to see ourselves clear, even in the moments where it doesn't feel so bright. So we can find that balance within ourselves through love, through care of ourselves. You know, sometimes it might not look like everybody else wanted to look like for you, and that's okay. You have to be willing to be on the releasing end, knowing when to let go, you know, and knowing when to open back up to the opportunities that seek itself out when it's supposed to. There's no rush in healing. It's no rush, you know. Be in the moment, be in the now, and take time for you to really develop who you are and loving yourself. So, peace and blessings. You know, I pray for your safety and your protection. I ask the Lord to give you guidance and to give you healing strength in order to take action and to have strength to take action on what it is that you want to do in your life, and to find the appreciation by going within. Appreciating the value of yourself. We are valuable. We are love, and we are peace. Take balance and be just. Be fair to yourself. Love who you are. Love your neighbors as you love yourself. Be kind to one another as much as you can. And be better for who you are. So I thank you. I love you. I appreciate all the love and support and the guidance